What is going on, Warriors? Happy fucking Monday. If you guys are having the best Monday, best Labor Day of your entire life. Guys, today on the live stream, on the podcast, I'm going to be talking about ways to preserve your energy. I've been seeing way too many people, too many of my clients, too many family members, friends. What's going on, Mom? Too many people that are just close to me, not guarding their energy, not guarding their vibration. The rate at which they vibrate. And it makes me sad because this is something that many people aren't aware of. And this is something that if people were more aware of and they could actively facilitate in fixing and facilitate in not letting toxic people into their life, not letting toxic people drain their energy, they would feel a lot better. They wouldn't be depressed. They wouldn't be struggling with anxiety. They wouldn't be fucking feeling sorry for themselves. And that's what today's episode is going to be about. So I'm super fucking excited, guys, for this episode. If you're just dropping in, if you're just tuning in, I want to thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to be here with me today. So tag some people, guys, in the comments below that need to hear this message about preserving energy, guys. I'm going to be running you guys through an exercise that I like to do to cultivate more energy, to bring more energy, more good vibes, positive vibration into my life. I do this every single morning. It's part of my morning routine. So you guys stick around. For those of you that are just tuning in, I'm going to be giving you guys this little tip, this little affirmation, positive vibe hack that I like to do every single morning. So like I said, if you're just tuning in, drop some people, drop some friends, drop some tags in the comments below, and we're going to get started shortly. I'm going to see, I usually have Steven, my man Steven Sella, one of my main clients, my best clients, drop in here. So we'll see if he decides to tune in. If not, guys, like I said, we're going to get started here shortly. So let me know, guys, how your day is going. How's everybody's Labor Day weekend been? This weekend, I've been back in Port Charlotte. So we had to cut the grass. We had a bunch of stuff to do around the house that I got done. We went to the beach today, spent some time with my mom and dad, with my sister and her fiance, just some family time. It was really nice to be home. It's always nice to be home. And we're moving back here shortly. So, it will be nice to be closer to family. Of course, with moving, we're moving out of a bigger town. So we'll be losing like certain amenities and stuff like that. But, there's always positive and negatives with every single, thing that you do in life. So super excited about that. Excited we got to, spend the weekend here, change up the scenery a little bit. Hope you guys are having a great weekend and a great Labor Day, a great Monday. So guys, with that being said, we're going to get started with today's podcast. Mom, I see you're still tuning in. Let's freaking get it, baby. Let's get some energy. Let's start to feel good. Let's get those vibrations. We were at the beach for the last 3 hours. And I told Kate that, I said, babe, I didn't do my podcast today. I didn't do my live stream. It's Monday. I know it's a holiday. But when I make a promise and I make a commitment to do 5 live streams every single week, I'm going to fulfill that promise. I'm going to fulfill that commitment. And I'm going to remain relentless in that commitment. And that's why I'm here. I know I go live every day at 12 o'clock, but sometimes, guys, you have to be flexible and you still have to make it happen. So with that being said, we're going to fucking hammer this one home. We're going live in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode on the Relentless Life Podcast. It's your boy. It's your coach, Chance. Guys, I'm super fired up for today's episode. Was just prepping the guys, the people on the live stream prior to getting on the podcast about today's episode. I'm fired up, guys, because today hits home for me. Today is a very important topic, and that is preserving your energy, preserving your vibration, the rate at which you vibrate. Like, we all vibrate. All things vibrate. Like, if you go outside, the trees, the ground, and any object around you is vibrating at a specific speed, at a specific rate, at a specific level. Right? A specific frequency. And that frequency is decided upon that object, is decided upon that person, is decided upon that person's mindset. And there are many factors that contribute into the rate at which someone vibrates and what the level of frequency that they vibrate on. And one of them is the people that they decide, that you listening to this decide to vibrate with. Who do you decide to surround yourself with? Is it somebody that is constantly bitching about their shitty situation? Is it somebody that is constantly complaining or making an excuse? Like, when you're around this toxic energy, when you're around these toxic individuals or this toxic environment, what it does is it starts to drag your will, your mentality, and your vibration down. It brings you from here to another level. And you want to be at a high, positive, vibrational state. You want to feel good. That's why I do this a lot, guys. This is like my new thing. Every morning when I wake up, and I told you guys I would share this with you. Every morning when I wake up, it's going to be different now. I have a big house, a bunch of space. I can go outside and just yell because I have no neighbors. In Fort Myers, I can't do this. But I get up, and I'll hit myself on the chest like this, and I'll start to affirm the day that I want to have. I start to affirm who's the man that I want to become. How much money do I want to make? How many people do I want to help? How do I want to do it? Why do I want to do it? And I affirm these things, and I pat myself on the chest because what does it do? It gives me fucking energy. It gives me vibration. It gives me positivity. And I fill my soul, and I fill my mind, and I fill my spirit with this the very first thing in the morning. I did it today. I went into the garage while my girlfriend was still sleeping. It was like 6 o'clock after I had my coffee. I did some meditation, cold shower, some of my morning routine stuff. Went into the garage. I had my morning motivation in, and I was just pacing. I was pacing like this in the garage, just pacing around, right? And I was listening to this motivation, to whoever it was that was speaking positive affirmations into my head. And I started to repeat them, and I started to pat myself on the chest. And what happened as I repeated these affirmations and I repeated these motivational and these inspirational words was I started to fill up my tank. And the problem that most of you face today is you are around negative ass people, and they're draining your fucking energy. They're draining your tank. You guys need to start to cultivate more energy. You need to start your day in a more positive state. You need to start your day. You need to wake up. You need to pat yourself on the back. You need to say, I'm the freaking one. And you need to start to affirm who you are and who you want to become. Because when you can fill your tank up first thing in the morning, it's going to be a lot harder for the people that are around you that you don't necessarily have control of being around you, for them to drag you down, for them to drain your energy. It's simple math. I mean, if I wish I had a cup in front of me to show you guys. If I had a cup that was a 16-ounce cup and it was all the way to the top, if I poured out 2 ounces, I now have 14 ounces left. There's still a decent amount of water in that cup. But if I only have 8 ounces and I pour 2 ounces out, now I only have 6 ounces. That is a big difference. When you start with 8 and go to 6 compared to when you start to 16 and drop down to 14 or 13, that's a big difference. 2 ounces to a 16-ounce glass isn't much, but 2 ounces to an 8-ounce glass, that's a 25% swing in the amount of energy and the amount of water that is in that cup. And that is the problem that 95%, 99, I'm willing to say 99% of you are facing is you're not filling up the cup first thing in the morning. You're rolling out of bed. You're first of all, you're clicking your snooze. You set 5 alarms. You click your snooze. So you wake up on the 4th or 5th alarm. You roll out of bed. You go have a cup of coffee. You don't drink any water. You do nothing to wake yourself up. You go to work. You check your phone first thing, and you're now in this stress state. You're running. You're panicking. You're anxious. Your heart's beating. I don't know what to do. People are calling me. Problem. And you didn't give yourself time to fill up your tank. So you start at level 0. And what happens when you start at level 0 at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you go you have to give energy. When you go to work, or when you go to the gym, or when you go to an event, or when you leave your little bubble, you have to give energy. Being out in public, you have to give energy. And what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that you need to start preserving your energy and creating your own energy. Because when you can create your own energy first thing, and you can start to preserve it, and we didn't touch this yet, but when you can preserve your energy, meaning you don't let the hate or the comments from people around you, these people could be family, possibly, they could be friends, they could be coworkers, they could be just hateful strangers, but you don't let those people touch you. You say, I'm strong because I start my mornings in a powerful way. I start my mornings in a way that most people don't start their mornings. I decide I'm going to have a bunch of energy today. I decide I'm going to have a positive outlook on my life today. I decide I'm the motherfucking one, and nobody can touch my fucking energy because I'm the one, and nothing and nobody can stop me from accomplishing my goals. And when you walk into the day, I'm so used to it, into the day, into the day with that mindset, nothing and nobody can stop you. There is nothing or no one on this planet that can get in your way of holding that energy close to your heart. When you really believe that, and this is something I actively work on because it's something I've struggled with my entire life. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. That's why I get on live here and I have so much energy, because it's something I still struggle with. There's no difference between me and you. There is no difference. There is zero difference between us. I just make the decision that every day I'm going to combat these negative thoughts, right? This self-doubt. I'm going to combat the hate from other people. I'm going to combat the doubt that other people place on me, because I know I can do anything that I set my mind to. I know that when I preserve my energy, I know that when I create my own energy, nothing or nobody can fucking touch me. And that, my friends, is the message I want you to hear today. If you guys are hearing this message, drop some fire in the comments. Let me know you guys are receiving this message. Let me know you guys are getting some value. Let me know that somebody out there is getting hyped up to go and hit the gym right now. That's why I do this. I get on here not necessarily to inspire you guys to hit the gym, but to inspire you guys to see more within yourself. There's too many people that are hurting on the inside that are not speaking about it. So if you feel comfortable when you're on social media and you see me go live 5 times a week, and you see I'm on live every single day 5 times a week, and you watch me in silence, you don't have to say shit. You don't have to post this on your story. You can hop in, get some value, feel better about yourself, and go about your day. And that's why I do this. That's why I make the decision that it's important enough for me to get on the live stream on Facebook, on Instagram, and upload it as a podcast, because too many people are suffering on the inside because they don't have the energy that they need to thrive. So guys, preserve your energy, protect your energy, because if you don't, nobody else will. If you don't, nobody else will. So I want everybody to stand up, whether you're listening to this on the live, whether you're listening to this on the replay, or you're listening to this on the podcast. I want you to stand up right now. Whatever you're doing, obviously if you're driving, don't stand up, but if you're in your house, or you're at work, you're at your desk, you're just chilling in your car, like, stand up, get out, stretch a little bit, stand up. And I want you guys to start just slightly patting yourself on the chest. Just slightly pat yourself on the chest. And what I want you guys to do as you feel these pats on your chest is just start to be observant and aware of those thuds. And you guys don't have to go as fast as me. It can be slow like this. What I want you guys to do, I want you guys to get in the habit of doing this. I want you guys to get in the habit of feeling what it feels like to have vibration hit you in the chest. And by doing this, many of you need this. Many of you need to feel this, because too many of you have been numb for so long. Too many of you have not known what it is supposed to feel like when you vibrate, when you have natural vibration through the ground and you feel like a powerful motherfucker enough that nothing can fucking break you. So as you guys continue to pat your chest, I want you guys to repeat after me. I state your name. I, Chance Galloway, can do anything I set my fucking mind to. Say it with me. I can do anything I set my fucking mind to. Nothing or nobody can touch my vibration and my energy. Say it again. Nothing or nobody can touch, keep patting yourself on the chest, can touch my vibration or my energy. Keep doing it. Keep feeling that vibration. I am unlimited, and I'm full of potential. Say it again. I'm unlimited, and I'm full of potential. Guys, what I want you to feel from this vibration is I want you to feel alive. I want you to feel alive. I want you to wake up, and I want you to realize and understand in this moment right now that you have a beating heart and that you have opportunity with every single breath you take, every amount of air that comes into your nose and you exhale, you have fucking opportunity. So don't you give up on yourself. Spread this energy, do something with it, and know you are relentless and can do anything you set your mind to. You guys take this energy, Go out and disperse it to your family, to your friends, to your coworkers. Have a great rest of your Monday. Have a great rest of your Labor Day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Let's fucking go.